Good. Good morning. Find a nice seat. Get super comfortable. And then just close your eyes and focus in on your breath. And just notice how the breath just signals your body to relax, signals your mind to relax. Just by that one simple act of focusing in on it. Your breath is always there, but it's really when you notice that it's there that all these good things begin to happen. You're able to check in and see how you're really feeling, both physically and mentally, even spiritually. Why in yoga we call it life force. And during the cold winter months, it's a good time to go more inward, focus more inward. Please bring hands to heart center. May we all remember that our breath is always available to us, no matter if we focus on it or not. But if we do, we're much more likely to catch the grace. It's always there. Please lower your hands and just keeping your eyes closed. Tuck your chin, lengthen the back of your neck, and just let your head fall forward. Try to keep the nice long spine, and then just roll your head to the right, so the right ear is closer to the right shoulder, and then over to the left. And just do that a couple more times. Kind of checking in with your neck, your spine. And then bringing the head back up, finding your sits bones, open your eyes and stretch your arms up. Really use your core to get long. Feel a nice long spine. And on your next exhale, lower your hands. And do that again. Inhale, stretch it up, use your core strength. This time, bring your right hand off to the side and just do a little side stretch. And then inhale, come back to center. And switch. And inhale back to center. Go to the right side one more time. And this time, just kind of slowly center your belly over that right knee and bring your left hand down. Just fold over that knee. Keep a long side body. Good. And then inhale, come back up and go to the other side. Get nice and long first, and then slowly center the belly. Bring the hand down. Stretch out over that knee. All the shoveling. This will kind of get into that spot, come back up to center. And this time just do a little twist to your right. And inhale back to center. Stretch it up. Remember the nice long spine. And then twist other direction. I forgot to tell you guys to grab a belt too. So if you have one available, please get it. You could use a anything really that you can wrap around your foot. and then come on down to your backs. We're not going to use the belt yet, but on your back, just notice a little curve. Bring your right ankle over left thigh. Feel that, feel a little curve in your low back. Press the knee forward. And if you want more stretch, lift the left foot, interlace around the left thigh. Keeping knees active, just feel out that hip. Oh boy. Rock side to side a little bit. Feeling a little tightness in my hip. Good. And then set that foot down. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. And just bring it to a spot where you can feel you have a curve in the low back, and then see about extending the left leg. And then, so you're not pulling the knee in as close as possible, you just keep it bent, and then point your toes, and then stretch your legs straight, and then flex your foot and rebend. Just keep going like that. So point, straighten, flex, and bend. 3 more times. Point, straighten, squeeze your quads, flex, and bend. Point, flex. One more time. Point, straighten, press the thigh into your hands, resist, flex, and bend. Now just bend that knee close into your chest. Should be easier. You can bring it wide. Just maybe a little circle there, just kind of rounding it into the socket. Good. And then set that foot down and we'll switch sides. So left ankle on right thigh. Just pause. Feel it. Check in with your hip. And then if you want more stretch, interlace. You don't have to. If your hips are really tight and it's good enough with your foot on the floor, then do that. If you do have a hold of it, I like to just rock a little bit, kind of feel different ligaments and muscles kind of loosening up. Good. And then set that foot down, interlace behind the left thigh. Point. Straighten. Oh, I forgot. Extend your right leg. Flex. And bend. Faint. Go slow, and so you can really feel your hamstrings, quads, everything working. Calf when you flex the foot, and bend. 3. 4. And 5. Bend. Good. Hug that knee in. Bring it wide till your armpit, and then just make little circles. Oh, that feels awesome. I don't know why we get so tight when we're cold, because when we're shivering, everything kind of shrinks up, right? And then hug both knees in and just roll side to side again a few times. Bring the knees side to side. And then grab a hold of the shins and just rock on up to seated and come to all fours position. And then just make a big figure 8. Whoa. Feeling out all the different joints. And then switch directions. And then pause. Place in the middle and just do a couple cow cats. Really taking your time to check in and feel all of your spine. You move with your breath. Yoga always feels a lot better. It's like a dance partner with the breath leading. It's a lot more enjoyable. Good, one more. And then bring your hands forward and come on up to a downward facing dog. And just walk your dog out. And come forward to a plank pose. Just hold for a moment. Just really noticing support from every direction, all around your core. And then hover your knees and then move back to butt back and slowly straighten again to downward dog. Do that again. So plank, bend your knees a lot, move your butt back and up, down dog. One more time. Plank, bend knees, move back, downward facing dog. Good, and then take a child's pose. And just breathe into that. I'm gonna take off a layer. I'm finally getting warm. And when you check in, to your dance partner, your breath. That brings you back inside, really focusing on your body. Good, and then come on up to all fours again. And extend your right leg straight back. And just notice, did you engage your glutes and your core to hold it there? You can feel your hamstrings. And then flex your foot and set the ball of the foot down. Just a little stretch there through the calf, through the back of the leg. I can feel it all the way up my hamstrings. Good, and then lift that leg up and bring it off to the side and set the foot down. And just kind of move forward and back, just kind of feeling out the inner thigh now. Oh. The music's not working today. Good. And there's a certain spot that feels really juicy that you want to explore a little more. Just stay there. Feel the stretch. Good. And then come on back up. Lift that foot up, bring it back so that you can feel all that connection that you did the first time through your core, through your glutes, and then swing the foot to the opposite side and just do a little side stretching. And come on back to center. And we'll do that on the other side. So extend the left leg, lift with your core. Good, flex the foot, set the ball of the foot down. Feel stretch all up and down that leg. And then lift it up and bring it off to the side. Set the bottom of your foot down. Trying to tell us something. And just move forward and back. There's a juicy spot. Pause there. I got lots of juicy spots on this side. Okay. Good. And then lift the foot up, bring it straight back. Make sure everything's all square before you swing it to the side and twist. And breathe. Good. And unwind. And come on up to a downward facing dog again. I'm just gonna slowly warm everything up. So make sure you're really strong in your shoulders. Lift your right leg. Point the foot. Flex the foot. And bring it down. And then extend the left leg. Point. Flex. And bring it down. To the right one more time. Extend it. Point. Flex. And down. Left leg when you're ready. Point. Flex. And down. Good. Step your feet to your hands. Come to a forward fold. And if you have your blocks handy, just bring them to the higher height. Bring your hands on them and press down with your hands as you extend the legs and extend your spine like a pranam. And then slowly bend your knees and fold forward again. Just do that a couple more times. So inhale, really feel your feet. Straighten your legs, press down on the blocks, pranam. And exhale, bend and soften. Last time. And soften. And now just hold there for a moment. Grab your elbows and just kind of pretend like you're a rag doll. You can move a little bit. And then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And then stretch your arms up. Reach up, really feel your core lengthening you. Good. And then bend your elbows, lift your heart. Inhale, stretch up again. And exhale, fold forward. Feel free to use your blocks. They're handy if you want to, but step your left foot back to a deep lunge. And just take a moment there. You can lift the back heel high and then stretch long, feeling your right hip crease moving back. And then when you feel settled in, sweep your right hand up towards the ceiling and twist to your right to open up. And then touch it back down. Good, now lower your back knee. And just taking your time, hugging to the midline. Bring your hands to your front thigh so you feel nice stretch in your hip flexor. And then stretch your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, open your heart a bit. Exhale, stretch up and touch down. Now walking your hips back for runner's lunge position. Stretching out your hamstring. Feel like you're drawing the leg into the socket. Good. Maybe point your toes, make sure everything's lined up. And pull deeper if it feels good. And then slowly bend back into the front knee. And now keeping your left hand on the block or on the floor, hugging to the midline, reach back with your right hand and find your left foot for a little quad stretch. Ooh, that mama feels tight. Whew. Hug the knee forward so you feel like you're on the front of it. And then kick it back, open your heart a little bit. And release. Good. Lift the back knee and step forward. Let's switch sides. Right foot back to deep lunge. Let's check out your alignment. See how it feels. Maybe lift the heel and lower. Left hip crease stays back. Nice stretch everywhere. And then keeping the right hand on the block or the floor, sweep the left arm up and open up for that twist. Just Notice where you feel it as you breathe. And touch back down. Lower the back knee. And stretch back, runner's lunge. Forgot to do Anjaneyasana first, but we'll get it in there. And stretch the toes. If that feels good. For me, this is a deep stretch. Keep your hips and your heel lined up so you're not moving to one side or the other. And then bend back into the front knee. Slowly make your way to Anjaneyasana. Inhale, bend the elbows, open your heart. And exhale, stretch up and touch down. Keeping your right hand on the block of the floor. Bend your right knee, find the foot with your left hand. Hug to the midline. See where it goes. And then if you want to, kick the foot back, open your heart a little bit. Oh, kind of intensifies the stretch somewhat. Good, and release. Lift the back knee. Now this time step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. And then bring your fingers wide and forward of your shoulders a little bit. So really wide. And then with your breath, just do 3 lifts to cobra, thinking broaden the clavicles, shoulders on the back. So inhale, lift. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. And bring your elbows under your shoulders, hands stretched out for Sphinx pose. So think to yourself, I'm going to just lengthen my spine, bring my heart forward as I press into my hands and my forearms. Good, now relax down a little bit. Curl your toes under and draw your rib cage back and come to an elbow plank. Keep pressing your forearms and hands down. Stay really strong. Lift maybe your right foot up an inch or 2 if you want a challenge, and then switch left leg and foot up inch or 2 and lower, and then lower your knees, your thighs, your belly, and stretch up to Sphinx. And then come on down to the mat, bring your hands by your chest and push up and back to downward facing dog. And slowly walk your hands back to your feet, going to a forward fold. Bend your knees, hands on your knees, torso upright for Utkatasana. Just pause there. You can bring hands to heart center if you're feeling strong. Think low belly draws up. I'm lengthening through the top of my head. Really feel it all the way up. So this is more of a core workout. You feel it in your legs, feel it in your core. Press into your feet and stand up. Nice. Now, if you have a wall available, You might want to come to a wall just so you can use it if you need. So I'm gonna come right here. So bring your right hand to the wall first. And if you don't need it, you don't have to use it. You can use your arms wherever you want. You're gonna stand on your left foot, lift your right heel, and then just lift your knee forward and back down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, now you can pause there. Now you're gonna stand on the same foot, so left foot, and you're just gonna keep knee beside knee and lift your foot back for 5. 2, you can feel it in your hamstrings. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now one more time. You're probably feeling it a lot in your standing leg, as am I. Lift your knee forward. Keep the leg bent. Move the knee back, foot back, and see if you can find the foot with your left hand. So right foot, left hand. Extend your right arm if that feels, if you're not feeling like you need the wall. And then release the foot. Don't let it come down. Bring it forward. And then release. Ooh. You think, oh, those are easy, but you do get a good workout, right? So switch sides. So now your left hand will be towards the wall. Shift your weight to the right foot. And then 5 times lift the left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, regroup, think knee stays beside knee, and then lift the foot behind you. 1. Really notice your hamstrings, your glutes helping you. 3, 4, 5. Good. Pause. I'll lift the knee forward. Use your strong core. Bring it behind you. Right hand to left foot. One side always feels a little, that wall's there if you need it. Use your core. The hard part now is when you release the foot to keep it back, bring it forward, and release. Woo. And come on back to your mat. And come on up to the front. You know, we're gonna remember what we just did. And you're gonna lift your right knee. Bring hands to heart center here. And then slowly lean forward like you're going to warrior 3. You can even pause there and then touch that back foot down. Ooh, if you need to touch the ground or the blocks, you can, because want you to feel really confident that you can stay stable, and then stretch up to crescent warrior. On your next inhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. And exhale, stretch up, and then touch down. Deep plunge. Step your left foot back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower. We're just gonna go to regular cobra, but stay for a couple breaths. Kind of feeling everything out, thinking, really lengthening my spine, getting a good stretch in between each vertebrae. and lower down. Good, push back, downward facing dog. Bend your right leg and step it through to a deep lunge. And then step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good, now let's do the step back on the other side. So stand on your right foot, lift your left knee, slowly bring it back behind you. Maybe pause in warrior three, bend the front knee slowly and step it back. If you need to touch down, no big deal, or grab your right thigh. Make sure your heels and your sits bones are lined up so you feel strong in this position. Stretch up, crescent, warrior. Next, inhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Exhale, stretch it up and touch down. Good. Step back, downward, facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale down to the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Downward facing dog. If you like the step through, you can do it that way, or you can just step your feet. I'm going to extend my left leg and step it through to deep lunge, and then step forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Since you guys did so well with that step back, let's do it one more time. But let's start with the left leg lifting. So stand on the right foot, lift the left knee, bring it slowly back. Pause if you want. Touch down, crescent. Ooh, I almost lost it there. Good, now this is a hard transition. You're just gonna ground the back foot down for a warrior two position. Add your arms. And do this for me. Just bring your right hand to the outside of your right knee. Press it there till you feel some engagement in the glutes. And then come back, warrior two. One more breath. Good, now you can bring the elbow to the knee, or if you're feeling open enough, maybe slide the hand to the block or the floor for Parsva Konasana. Hand by the ear. One more breath. Look at your front foot, touch down, deep lunge, step back, downward facing dog. You're ready for a child's pose. You can take that, or you can do the vinyasa with me. You decide. I'm going to come to plank. Lower down. Cobra. Lower. Maybe plank to down dog, if that's in your wheelhouse. Good. And settle in for a couple breaths. Extend your left leg and step it through deep lunge. And step forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stand on your left leg. Bring your right knee up. Step it back slowly. You always have to bend your left knee, be able to step it. Good. And then ground the back foot down. Come into warrior two. Hand to the outside of the knee if you want to see, am I engaging those glutes? Really feel the back foot grounded. Warrior two. Just gonna move forward and back with your hands. It feels kind of good. You can really feel it in your hip. Good. And then Parsvakonasana, wherever it works for you, elbow to knee, or hand to the block of the floor. Even, I don't know, I like it on the inside. Stretch the arm by the ear and breathe. Feel the back foot really grounding you. And on your next exhale, touch down, come to deep lunge and step back. Downward doggy. Vinyasa, if you're up for it. Plank. Lower. Cobra. Lower. Plank to down dog. Good job. Extend the right leg and step it through deep lunge. Good. Step forward. Uttanasana. And just stay, maybe sway forward and back. Check in with your breath and your feet and your legs. I'm just kind of making a little circle. I'm just kind of moving the weight around in each part of the foot. Good. And then next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Can everybody turn sideways on your mat and take a wide stance? And just take a moment to feel your feet, and then maybe fold forward into Prasarita. Oh, sorry, I'll call back. I'm teaching a class. Okay, bye. My watch answered my phone. Sorry about that, guys. So here, I just want you to kind of roll forward and back a little bit. And just kind of feel your feet again. And then come to a place where the weight's right in the middle and you feel supported with your hands right under your shoulders. And then bend your knees a little bit and stick your butt back. This is subtle. It's only a few inches. And then re-straighten as you feel all parts of your feet. And do that again. Bend and straighten. Just go really slow. I'm kind of in a pranam here just because I really want to feel it in my legs and my hips and my feet. 3, 4, and 5. Now pause there. Walk your hands towards your right foot as you turn the right foot out. And it may not be 90 degrees, and you're going to bend into your front knee. Leave your hands under your shoulders. Keep the back foot grounded. This is down dog lunge. I just want you to feel really grounded, strong. Press into your right foot and your left foot. Good. And then straightening the leg, moving your hands back to center. Straighten the foot out. And just pause there to make sure you're really grounded. That right foot now, and then walk your hands to the left as you turn that foot off out and bend into your left knee. I'm still at an angle. This is kind of like down dog lunge, but we're just really pressing in. You know, you're not into your hands as much as you are really feeling your feet and feeling grounded. Feel it in your hip. You don't even have to use your hands here. Notice that. Good. And then come back to center. Get that feeling in both feet again. You can bend the knees, see if you have it, and re-straighten, and then come on up to standing. You really feel strong through your feet, through your legs. Now I want you to move up your core and then bring your arms to a T. See if you can lift your low belly, lengthen your spine all the way through the top of your head, and hold. So this is the core workout. See if you can feel front, back, and sides of your core working. And hold for 10. I feel it in my legs a lot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly fold forward again. And then just bring your feet towards each other, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. And come on down to a deep squat. Check in there. This may or may not be graceful. You're just going to come down to your backside and stretch your legs wide now. And I like to scooch back to the back of my mat so that I can keep my heels on the mat. You can use a blanket under your tail if that helps you. You can inner spiral the legs to feel your sits bones grounded, and then bring your hands behind you so you can feel really strong and long in your core, and then press into your sits bones. Bring your arms up to that T again. You feel that? Really strong in the core. Good. Now turn towards your right leg. Bring your hands down. Keep that left leg grounded and strong, and maybe fold over your leg. You can bring the hand to the outside of the shin or the ankle or the foot. Upavista Konasana with a twist. And then come on back up. Come to that T position so you can really feel your core engaged. Turn towards the opposite leg. Hands as a placement. And maybe fold. Right leg stays grounded. And come on back up. And then just swivel so your feet are pointing forward. Grab your belt, have it handy. And come on down to your backs. I'm not being so good about sticking to an hour, sorry. And keep your knees bent, feet flat. And then grab the belt and bring it on the ball of your right foot. And then just hold it with your right hand. And I call this a floint. You're just going to press into the ball of the foot with your foot flexed. And then it's kind of subtle. You're just going to step on the gas with the ball of your foot. So it's called I call it a floint because it's halfway between a flex and a point. And it feels strong in your leg. Now extend the left leg. Maybe a baby bend in the right knee. And just bring it off to the side. See where it feels like a good stretch, but your whole left side of the body is grounded with your left arm stretching out. You can keep it, maybe go a little bit further. Maybe your right elbow comes to the floor. Some of you are open enough, maybe your foot even comes closer to the floor than mine. Hold. See if you're still flointing. And bring it back up. But now switch hands. Right arm out to the side. And just bring it across. Don't let your right hip lift first. Just check in with your IT band. I know, it's achy. Yes, that's the IT band. Stretch. Good. Now, keeping your right shoulder and arm down, bring that leg across your body and let your right hip lift. Oh, maybe bring the foot to the floor if that works for you. Maybe turn your gaze to the right. Just pause there. And then slowly making your way back to center. Reach up with your left foot and see if you can get it right on the ball of the foot and switch it. So you decide where, depending on your hamstrings, you might have to move your foot so you can feel like you can ground your right leg down. Then holding it with your left foot, point the foot, so flex and point. And then right arm out to the side, open the leg. Just go slow, see where it takes you. Keep your right side grounded down. It takes a lot of work in my core to stay grounded and breathe. Good. And then bringing it back up, help it with your hand. Switch arms. And keeping the floint, bring it across your body, but don't let your hip lift. Just get into the IT band. This one's even tighter. I know. One more breath. And then bring it across, let your hip lift, left shoulder stays down. Maybe turn your gaze to the left. One more breath. Come on back up to center. Release the belt. Hug both of your knees in. Just kind of roll side to side. Bring your feet wide and flat, arms in cactus, and work through a few windshield wipers. So both knees to the right, to the left. So low. Be mindful. And then go ahead and stretch out for Shavasana unless you feel the need to do any other calming poses for your back, for your legs. And as you stretch out for Shavasana, turn to your breath, your ever present, powerful tool, your breath. Let go of anything that's not serving you right now. Just be totally present with yourself, your breath. And as you relax deeper and deeper, I want to just give you something to contemplate from Marianne Williamson. When things in the world are troubling, my need is not to join in the chaos, but to cleave to the peace within. The way to gain power in a world that is moving too fast is to learn to slow down. The only way to spread one's influence wide is to learn to go deep. The world I want for myself will not emerge from electronic speed, but rather from a spiritual stillness that takes root in my soul. Then and only then can I create a world that delights my spirit instead of one that shatters it. Tune into your breath. Notice that it's still there, your old friend. Begin to deepen it, allowing full breath in, and a complete release. And start to move, wiggle. Please begin your transition up to seated. Just hugging your knees in. Just go slow. Rolling to the side and coming on up. Cover up if you're if you're cold. I know I think it's when you're ready, please bring hands to heart center. Such an honor and a privilege to be able to teach this beautiful practice of yoga. Thank you for allowing me to do that. And I recognize and bow to the beautiful light in each of you. Namaste. Whew. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry I didn't follow my plan at all, but hopefully it felt okay.
We made it through.
Yeah. Have a great day, you guys. Stay warm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, Lisa. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.